Professional Bowlers Association and Killer Bee Promotions are proud to present a unique bowling experience from Grand Central Terminal in New York, New York, 42nd Street and Park Ave in Midtown Manhattan. Welcome to the 2011 Teen Masters. Opened in 1871 as Grand Central Depot, rebuilt in 1913 as Grand Central Terminal, and beautifully restored in the year 2000. What an amazing venue for this incredible bowling championship. Vanderbilt Hall, just off the Grand Central Terminal main concourse, named for the Vanderbilt family. And venue for the 2011 Teen Masters, and welcome to the Under 14 Girls Championship. Hello again, everybody. Mike J. Laneside, alongside the bowling doctor Jeff Mark, the professor down in Ebonite, Ron Hickland, and 16-time PBA Tour champ Jason Couch. And I'll ask Jason Couch first of all, still breathless from last night's competition, but looking forward to day two.
Day two has got to see something turn around here with the law of averages. We watched 4 matches yesterday and only 1 sweep. So I'm assuming that we're going to have some of these kids come out here today and crush them for 2 straight games. The action was absolutely amazing yesterday, especially going down to the final ball last night where we saw a roll-off, 8 beat 7. I mean, just a great day. Hopefully the second day will bring us the same.
You are looking live right down the avenue at 42nd Street, Vanderbilt Hall, the great chandeliers, this incredible bowling venue. Jason, you see John Janowitz down there from the Kegel Company pulling tapes, and he is making sure that the 35-foot short Kegel oil pattern is up to specifications.
In which it will be. John does a great job, and the Kegel Company's always done a phenomenal job at lane conditioning. It's just been a great environment for the kids over the last few days. A little warm for them, but they're understanding that the environment's different and expecting some great matches today.
This is the Under 14 Girls Division Championship. Tournament Director Kirk Von Kruger is introducing the players. The number 2 seed Taryn Gray, and the number 1 seed and defending champion in this division, Ashley Dunn. Bowling doctor, we remember Ashley Dunn from last year, and she is going for back-to-back titles.
Yeah, Mark Baker's student, looking really good, and back-to-back is the reason she's here 2 years in a row. Very good, very versatile, and be interesting to see. I think Tara's got her hands full with the defending champion.
Well, practice is underway. Taryn Gray and Ashley Dunn are warming up, and we have an incredible opportunity to look at the lane pattern and inside the bowling ball, courtesy of Blueprint and courtesy of the professor. Good afternoon, Ron Hickland.
How are you doing, Mike J?
Fantastic. Take us on the lane condition and inside the bowling ball.
Absolutely. Well, we'll start with the lane condition this time, courtesy of Powerhouse Blueprint. What we've got here is a 35-foot short pattern for the Teen Masters. We're actually being able to show you that pattern as it goes down the lane. You can see it's fairly flat from inside 10 and 10. So if you play anywhere in here and you miss, you're not gonna strike, right, Jay?
Absolutely. You're going to go high if your misses are inside on this pattern, and the girls tend to migrate more towards the outside. I think that's why we're seeing a lot more short patterns with the girls out there.
We'll go ahead and take a look at Ashley Dunn, the number 1 seed there. This is actually Ashley Dunn's layout and her bowling ball. Assuming that she goes with the hard ball this morning, this is kind of how it's laid out. She's got a 3 3/8 pen, so it's a really strong pen. She's got a 25 by 45 for the second 2 angles. Basically, I mean, from a ball motion standpoint, this ball's going to be fairly controllable for her, right, Jay?
It's going to be fairly controllable, but with that strong a layout, it's going to be fairly early as well, which, watching Ashley bowl for the last couple years that I've known her, she's not a high rev rate player, so she does need that ball to get started in the mid.
If we were taking a look at the simulation, we actually have the ability to simulate the shot that where she'd be wanting to play to hit the pocket. This is kind of what it would look like on this lane pattern right here. You know, obviously we want that ball to be right around 17 and a half, a little light there. It's going to be a good strong pocket hit. Basically, you want that ball to get out of the end of the pattern, make a strong move, and then be really continuous right to the pins.
You know, the great thing about the Blueprint, Ronnie, is the fact that we can change the surfaces on which they're bowling. We can change the surfaces on the bowling balls, the layouts. You can pretty much see everything you want before you throw those holes in there.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the other beautiful things here is we can actually take a look at her ball track. This is the way her ball's going to track. How you like that one, boss?
Look at that migration.
You actually can see the track flare in the oil as well as in the dry, so you can see just about everything you want to know. This is really good, especially if you're putting weight holes in bowling balls and you don't want to hit them. You know, you want to say, well, what happens if I put a weight hole here or here? You can actually simulate how the ball's going to roll for her going down the lane and see if you'll roll over it or not.
So you're no longer making mistakes on putting the hole where it may flare over that spot.
Absolutely. That's kind of the tagline of this program: see it before you drill it.
Just like the movie Batman, and we are in Gotham City. Where does he get those toys? Jeff Mark, the players are warming up. Let's get an early look. This is Ashley Dunn stepping up, and we got to look at the bowling ball. Let's get a look at the young lady bidding for back-to-back titles here, under 14 girls.
Good shot from the side of the approach.
You know what makes her so good, Bowling Doctor, is just her outstanding balance at the line. I mean, she's so fluid at the line and solid. It's tough to make a bad shot when you're that solid at the line.
Yeah, definitely.
Now let's take a look at Tyron Green. We weren't kidding, folks. 42nd Street, walk out the door, grab a cab. You're 5 minutes away from Times Square. That's actually a great shot of the full approach.
Yep.
Really, really nice look at a side view from
a little different angle for us.
This is also our perspective here as we are at Vanderbilt Hall. 10 minutes of practice left. Ron, I see you clicking around on the keypad. What other goodies have you got
yes,
for us?
Yes, sir. What I'm actually doing is I'm pulling up Miss Taryn Gray, and I'm looking at her bowling ball at her choice and how that ball's laid out for her. We've actually got a Mission 2.0 for her. So what we're going to do here in a few seconds is we will show you what that Mission 2.0 looks like. It's coming up here. There it is. There it is right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drill it for you here.
You're going to drill it for us virtually?
We can drill it. Now, this is the cool thing about this is actually you can do it. Now, if you could drill it this fast in real life, that sure would be awfully nice. How quick is that, Jay?
Very quick.
We got a 3-inch pen for her on that Mission 2.0 with the 45 by 35. This ball for her, obviously with the 3-inch pen, strong core, strong shell, she's trying to get that ball to slow down, huh?
Oh, absolutely. She's, pulling on the shorter pattern. I think she may stick with this ball only because she wants control of that back end when you've got 25 feet of back end to deal with.
You can see here from the track flare pattern, it's a little wider track flare pattern. It's going to be a stronger, anytime you do a strong layout, look at that. Really close to clipping that hole. Just barely misses it. So whoever was doing that ball knew what they were doing because they just barely missed that hole.
Now, Ron, how do I take advantage of this? Where can I get this incredible software?
You can go to powerhousebowling.com, click the blueprint icon. You can actually download a sample of this. So you can actually put your information in. You can try it out. You can see how the ball will roll for you. So go to powerhousebowling.com, click on the blueprint icon, and go ahead and start playing around with it a little bit.
Jason Couch, for folks just joining us, this is going to be a best of two games with a sudden death if the players are tied 1-1. The players have really had a couple of different complexities to deal with this week. They've had a couple of different patterns to work with, the long and the short, of which we are seeing the short today, but also the choice of only 2 strike balls, the Mission 2.0 and the Ebonite hardball.
Well, I think there's some variations here, but they did level the playing field by telling the kids that they could only use certain bowling balls, and I think that helps. I think it certainly will put some parity out there, and I think you're seeing that in the matches because other than the Butcher yesterday, she was the only one that swept. So I just shows the versatility of the kids, and the lanes are breaking down. The lane is breaking down a lot more because they're only bowling on one lane. So you're seeing a lot of variety, and the playing field is so level. It's just been very impressive to watch.
And we will see the Butcher coming up later today. Full day of live action slated for you today, right on 42nd Street at Grand Central Terminal. Coming up next, it's the boys under 14 championship, as Pablo Cerda will face two-handed left-hander Wesley Lowe Jr. And then coming up at 4 Eastern, it's the girls high school championship. The Butcher, Rachel Vaughn, will take on the number 2 seed Gabriella Mayfield. And then the boys high school champion Will Zaccatori defend. Came off the unbelievable roll-off last night. And Zaccatori will face Tommy Genova, also a winner in roll-off fashion. And that's coming up. And then the big grand finale. The boys high school champion will take on the girls high school champion, 7 Eastern, for a $64,000 full ride Ebonite scholarship. Lots of action planned today at Grand Central Terminal unbelievable venue, and as we speak, the ladies are warming up and people are coming in for the lunch hour here. Over 750,000 people a day pass through Grand Central Terminal, and a lot of them are stopping to take a look at this Teen Masters action. There you see Tournament Director Kirk Von Kruger, who Jason has directed the PBA Tour for many years, and the kids get a little taste of what it's like to have Kirk in a squad room.
They get a little taste of the warden. Kirk keeps us on the straight and narrow out on the tour, and keeps things running smoothly. Him and Mary have been out here for quite a long time, but Kirk's a good guy. I bowled with him for a few years before he became the tournament director, and he always seems to get in my pocket for a few fine slips a year.
And Ron Hicklin putting the high school kids and the under 14 kids under pro conditions. What's their reaction been to it?
It's been interesting to watch. I mean, you look at this and you look at the environment that's out there. I mean, all the lights, you've got the cameras, you've got everything going, and these kids are actually throwing the ball really well under pressure. I mean, it's amazing to watch. I mean, yesterday we saw people, the one gentleman, he had, 270, 278? I mean, the scores, and to be able to do that in this environment, in this arena, with all these fans and all these people watching, I mean, that's just pretty amazing.
Jason Couch, even though it's under 14 girls, there's still ball choice, ball preparation, and surface to talk about. What are you seeing as far as the ladies' preparation with the actual bowling equipment?
Well, I think the kids are really utilizing what they have here this week with Mike Calderone and Matt O'Grady, Tom Laska, all guys that work for Ebonite. They're helping the kids adjust the surfaces. They've talked to them about their layouts, what time of the day to throw certain bowling balls. So, they're getting all the help they need, but once the game starts, they're on their own, So utilize what you have before you get there, and then just get out there and bowl a great game.
On Tuesday, in Maple Shade, New Jersey, at Laurel Lanes, Taryn Gray defeated Adele Warner 3-1 in a best-of-5 set to advance to this Grand Central Terminal final. And once again, the format here a little bit different. It's best of 2 games. So bowling Dr. Jeff Mark, total pin's not a factor, but as we saw yesterday, 3 of the 4 matches went to roll-off.
Yep, sudden death. You have a look, then it goes away. The lane conditions changed quite drastically yesterday. A lot more of what the competitors were used to down at Laurel Lanes, and I think today we're going to see some quicker adjustments, and I think we're going to see a lot more balls going to the right than you did yesterday. So things move pretty quickly.
And Ron Hicklin here from Ebonite and the Powerhouse program. Ron, final thoughts and final visuals as we get set to go with this under 14 girls championship.
I'm just excited to watch these 2 competitors duel it out. Obviously with us having the ability to actually see their bowling going down the lane, watch the environment, check on the bowling ball, look at these kind of things. It kind of gives us everybody on the outside an inside peek as to what's going on with their equipment. So that's obviously really cool. But, hey, I tell you what, it's going to be a great match to be able to watch it. Hope we can see another roll-off again like we did yesterday. It was pretty exciting.
Well, Ron Hicklin representing Powerhouse and the Blueprint. For more information, it's powerhousebowling.com, and there's a demo there for the Blueprint program, isn't there?
Absolutely. It's a free demo. You can download one of the bowling balls. You can put in all the information and go ahead and play around with it and see how it works.
That's Ron Hicklin. We call him the professor with the golden tones. Ron, thanks for stopping by, and we'll look forward to seeing you before the boys under 14 championship.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That is Ron Hicklin, and what an amazing tool to be able to look at things virtually before you apply them out in the real world.
Back in our day, Mike J., we just kind of walked into the pro shop, saw the whole 3 bowling balls on the shelf, and said, which one of those is for me? Now you walk in, you got 200 bowling balls on the shelf, and with a tool like this, you go, hey, why don't we put that one up on the Blueprint, and let's see how that would roll for me with this particular layout. So, I mean, you're limiting your mistakes now in the pro shop, and I think it's just a phenomenal tool.
So final practice shots, Ashley Dunn in the red and Taryn Gray in the black at Grand Central Terminal. And you see Vanderbilt Hall from our back camera. We will cover this from all angles for you this afternoon live on Extra Frame. We hope you're enjoying your $5 sub. If you've taken advantage of the special 2-week subscription, it's good through August 8th. And not only can you see this live action, but you can go back and watch all the archive content on demand 24/7 through August 8th. Catch all the great match play and qualifying action at Laurel Lanes, and all of the boys matches from yesterday and girls matches in the semifinal of the high school division are all available for you on demand 24 hours a day. And while you're on Extra Frame, check out all the other great features. ESPN PBA Tour telecast, tips and equipment channel, and more. Tell your friends about Extra Frame, just $7.99 a month. In fact, the Bowling Doctor is going on the road in August with coverage of the PBA Regional and Senior Tours.
Yeah, Mike J., we got a busy, busy August coming up here on Extra Frame, and I will get you our whole schedule here.
You know, I'm kind of hoping that the Bowling Doctor's going to make a prediction in this match, because I think he went 0 yesterday in the matches when he made the prediction. So I'm kind of hoping he gets off the schneid.
Well, I'll think about that for a second while I'm going over our schedule for August. August 7th, we're in East Regional action in York, Pennsylvania. August 11th, we're in the Senior Tour National Hammond, Indiana. August 14th, Central Region action, Marion, Indiana. That's Ronnie Russell's home house. August 16th, we're in the Senior Tour in Decatur, Illinois with the finals of that event. 21st of August, Central Region action from Coldwater, Ohio. That is Brian Kretzer's regional. Great one there. A lot of talent going to be at that regional. August 25th, we're on the Senior Tour again at Jackson, Michigan with the finals. And the 30th of August, Dayton, Ohio, Senior Tour National Finals. So a busy, busy summer for Extra Frame coming up.
So when you ask, what do I do with my subscription when the PBA Tour is not competing, that's your answer. We've got great coverage of this Teen Masters. We were at Bowl Expo. We covered the new product showcase for Ebonite back at Bowl Expo. We have PBA Senior Tour and other action coming up. And, of course, the World Series of Bowling kicks off November 4th at South Point in Las Vegas. Kirk Von Kruger lets us know we've got about a minute remaining. Jason, what's your thought? What do you try to do with that last practice shot before competition?
I think you get up there and you just settle your nerves a little bit, and you're already pretty much lined up. Hopefully it's not panic mode the last minute, but just get out there and make some quality shots, make sure your timing's good, and then, shut the computer off when that first frame shows up and just bowl.
Just bowl, indeed. And you can see on this shot, as we mentioned again, 42nd Street, just out the door. And we are in Midtown Manhattan at Grand Central Terminal. Gary Beck and Killer Bee Promotions for the second time has teamed up with the PBA. And will that young lady, Ashley Dunn, will she repeat as under 14 girls champion? Or will Taryn Gray snatch the title away and become the next under 14 girls teen masters champion? You're going to see it live here on Extra Frame. And once again, a program reminder coming up, our boys under 14 championship with Pablo Cerda and Wesley Lowe Jr. And then it's high school boys and girls action coming up starting at 4 Eastern. Rachel Vaughn and Gabriella Mayfield will tangle for the girls high school championship. And Zach Hattori and Tommy Genova will battle for the boys high school championship. And then the boy and the girl will face each other in a two-game match for a $64,000 Ebonite scholarship. And how about if that one comes down to a sudden death roll-off?
That's an awful lot of pressure to throw one ball, that's for sure, but it would be some great excitement for the fans at home.
Well, that is coming up for you all live today on Extra Frame. Do me a favor, if you're watching with us, update your status on Facebook and let people know that you are watching live Teen Masters coverage at Grand Central Terminal in New York City, live on Extra Frame. Kirk Von Kruger just giving folks some final instructions. We've got a lot of tourists and folks telling them to turn off their flash photography, and here we go. Live from Grand Central Terminal, under 14 girls championship. The number one seed, Ashley Dunn, has indicated that Taryn Gray will start the match. Here we go, game one. Opening shot, Taryn Gray out of Greenville, Texas. Pulls it just a shade, baby split. Always tough to pry that first one off, Bowling Doc.
Yeah, definitely that first one. No matter how much you practice, that first one is still hard to get off your hand.
Pry it off, Hoss. Pry it off. So Gray cross lane trying to get the baby. Open frame for Taryn Gray. And here's a look at Ashley Dunn, our defending champion. We saw her win last year at the National Bowling Stadium in Reno. And now she's gone from one of the grandest venues in all of professional bowling, the National Bowling Stadium with 78 lanes, Jason, to the one-lane facility here. She's pretty much ran the spectrum of bowling in the last year.
You know, it's quite quite the change for the kids, and they've adapted well. And you know, I really got to like Ashley's chances today, only because she was here last year. She's got some experience, and you know, she's been bowling phenomenal as of late. So she doesn't need to be her own worst enemy. Just get out there and have some fun and bowl.
Doc, Ashley opened up a little bit more of an outside attack at the 10-pin.
Yeah, I certainly think that Ashley's definitely going to try playing further outside today, Mike, and just make sure that she knows the pattern, she knows what to expect, and you know, she's a lot more comfortable playing further to the right.
So spare for Dunn out of Palmdale, California. Back over to Taryn Gray. Opened in the first. This is a 2-game match, best of 2. You need 2 games to win the title. In the event of a 1-1 tie, we'll have a sudden death roll-off. Great look at Gray. Made the adjustment.
Outstanding shot after that kind of tough one, that first frame, just trying to get the nerves settled.
Looks like Dunn choosing the Ebonite hardball for this 35-foot short pattern. Again, the competitors throughout the competition had the choice of only 2 strike balls. The Mission 2.0 and the ball that Ashley is holding, the Ebonite hardballs. Second frame on a spare. Punches up high, 6'10".
Look, she looked a little uncomfortable with that one. Looked like she kind of came over the top of it. That ball's got no chance of getting to the spot if you get over the top of it.
Mike Calderon on the bench from Ebonite, talking it over with Taryn Gray, who looks no worse for the wear competing under these circumstances. Cross lane spare, so Dunn clean through 2 pair of spares. Something on your mind today for Jason Coucher, the bowling doctor? We've got a Teen Masters update on the wall at PBA Facebook. If you have a question or something you'd like to know, become part of today's show by dropping us a note. Didn't get a chance to do much of that yesterday. We had a bit of a rough day at the office, bowling doctor, just getting things into position.
Yeah, not an easy venue to get things done, and they were less than cooperative.
So great doubles after the open frame in the first. A nice comeback there. Going right to the crowd. Look at that. They're 6 deep lined up here. It's lunch hour at Grand Central Station. One of the busier periods here as folks to your left are coming in off 42nd Street and folks to your right are coming from the main terminal where that big gold clock is. Now Dunn trails for the first time in this game. She's clean through 2, third frame. Ashley Dunn has a resume as long as your arm at a tender age. 2011 Ventura Firecracker Shootout under 14 champion, California State Youth Tournament, 11 and under all events champion in the scratch division. California State Scratch Tournament just in 2010 took second and our defending champion here. Now cross lane trouble as she misses the 7. So Taryn Gray going up against the powerhouse that is Ashley Dunn. Recovers after a split in frame 1 to hit the pocket nicely twice. Bowling doctor, look at the style from the front. Taryn Gray.
Solid, solid. Didn't see that head move at all. Compact, smooth.
So a turkey for Gray after the opening baby split and open frame. Again, this is a best of 2 match. Competitor will have to win 2 games outright to take the title. In the event of a 1-1 tie after 2, we'll go to a sudden death roll-off. And we saw 3 of them yesterday.
Felt like we were at a Knicks game yesterday. OT, baby.
Bonus bowling. 46 through 3 for Dunn. And it's her first strike of the day here at Grand Central Terminal. We are in Vanderbilt Hall, just adjacent to the main terminal here at Grand Central, 42nd and Park Ave, New York City. Taryn Gray and a turkey looking for more in the 5th. Crosses over, doesn't slide the 5-9.
Common mistake on this pattern, Mike. You get it in a little bit, and that thing just looks like you missed by 5 boards left. You know it's going to hook early, as flat as the short pattern is.
35-footer provided by Kegel. Doc, what do we got for a lane surface and oil today?
This is the AMF HPL surface, and it is Kegel Infinity, and short pattern is 35 feet. High friction surface is the AMF synthetic.
It's a Gray up the middle. Covers them both nicely with the ball. 77 now through 4 for Taryn Gray. Spare up. Dunn with the first chance to double. And she trails by 11, but can cut the lead to just 1 pin if she gets her first double of the day.
She's taking her time, which is a good thing. You know, you don't want to rush anything out there. Middle of the first game. Be patient.
And there is the double, so now Dunn will have the ability to take the lead here in frame 6. We've got the manual pin setters here at Vanderbilt Hall, and by manual I mean man, Homo sapiens.
You know, it's about as old school bowling as we can get these days.
And there you see the pin setters back there as Gray steps up. Light, can she shake the 7? You bet. You bet. Little love on the 7.
Going with, actually, they're both playing them fairly different. I think Ashley's looking for friction down lane with the hard ball, and it looks like Taryn's just kind of keeping up that small oil line right around 5, 6, 7. And, you know, they're both attacking them a little different. It's going to be interesting to see if the lane breaks down a certain way, if it favors anyone.
Ashley Dunn out of Palmdale, California, owns a perfect game and a high set of 760. Lists Chris Barnes as her favorite player on a double, frame 6. She just shot the perfect line there.
Really good shot.
Takes a 9-pin lead. There's, you see the scoreboard here, the big video display, the great Teen Masters banners here, this lighting rig, the ceilings here at Vanderbilt Hall, 40, 50 feet, ornate sculpture, 5 grand gold chandeliers, lighting the way for Taryn Gray as she works, looking to double frame number 7. And catches a break on the double, and Taryn Gray takes the lead back by a pin. So back and forth, little tennis match. Arthur Ashe Stadium just down the road. Volley and serve. Dunn can slap it back over the net if she can extend to a 4-bagger here in the 7th frame. And Bowling Doctor, we got a little match on our hands.
Yes, we do. Not a surprise. I thought this one would be tough.
Flat 10.
Looks like she got that one a little too far outside. Didn't have enough traction to get all the way back up the hill.
Yep. Speed and angles.
Yes, sir.
Speed and angles.
Dunn wants to be a forensic scientist when she grows up. Either that or a computer graphics designer.
I don't know what that rumbling was.
I don't
It
know,
was
but
either the bowling doctor's stomach or it was a train going by.
The Silver Streak just made port. So open frame, 133 through 7 now for Ashley Dunn. Uncharacteristic miss of a single pin. That's 2 this game.
Yeah, that's pretty rare for her. She's usually really good spare shooter.
So Gray now in the driver's seat with a strike. She can take a commanding lead here. Game 1, best of 2 at Grand Central Terminal in New York, New York. The place so nice they named it twice. Gray, 8th frame, working on a double. Got that one up and in, but it's held pocket.
Great shot.
So big lead now for Taryn Gray. After the open frame, she goes turkey, spare, turkey.
Ashley's just got to regroup here.
Yep.
Throw the last frame completely out the door and let's just get refocused for a great shot here.
Her friends call her Ash. She just completed the 8th grade, but she is thinking about college already and mentions Vanderbilt, Central Missouri, and McKendree as possible places to extend her education. 8th frame. Back in the strike zone is Ashley Dunn. Trailing now by 24 as we enter the 9th. Gray in command, but any Gray error will open the door for Dunn as she sets herself up with a strike in the 8th. And up and in again. That one crosses this time. 10 pin. Avoids trouble.
Mr. Ebonite getting the cold shoulder there. He's not used to that.
I don't know if it's the cold shoulder. I think she's tilted towards the fan.
He doesn't know that.
Oh, what a single pin miss.
Back-to-back single pins between both players. 194 in the 9th for Gray.
Ashley can step up and make this a 1-pin match, fellas.
Exactly what the scenario indicated. If any Gray error would give Dunn a shot. Now she has that shot. Ball in hand, 9th frame, 133 through 7, strike up. In the 8th, now working in the 9th frame. And what happens when the opponent gives you an opportunity, Jason Couch?
You actually step on their throat, sir. To say it nicely. Take advantage when you can. Because you know they would return the favor if they got the shot.
So the situation, as Bo Burton would say, is this. Taryn Gray can punch out for 224 and shut out Ashley Dunn. Up and in. No cross. Dunn will have an opportunity to win this.
Spare strike here, Mike J. You're looking at 214. You'd have.
Oh.
Tournament director Kirk Von Kruger has indicated that Taryn Gray fouled on that last shot, and that is trouble for Taryn Gray. Now she needs to set a full rack and pick up 10 for the spare to have a shot at that 214. Critical error, 10th frame.
You know, the foul doesn't really hurt her on count, obviously, with the open frame, but, you know, it's a lot easier to make the 8-count spare than it is to throw a spare of the full rack.
Well, after missing the single pin, maybe you want to shoot the full rack. Hit the one in the middle. Take your chances. Great recovery.
Oh my! Great spare, late fall of the 5 and 10. So the 5 and dime goes the way of Taryn Gray, and now no harm, no foul with the foul, and now a chance at a full fill for 214, and we're right back to where we started. Takes a little bit of moxie, under 14 girls division, to foul in the 10th and step up.
Tell you what, it didn't phase her. She didn't even flinch at it.
That one slides by, but 210 for Taryn Gray.
Going to need a strike 8 spare for Ashley.
So Dunn will have to strike. Anything less, and Taryn Gray wins game 1 in this best of 2 under 14 girls championship tilt at the 2011 Teen Masters. Dunn must strike on this ball. And comes up light in the bucket, so Taryn Gray is your winner in game 1. And we will have Jackie Bowling talk to Taryn Gray after Ashley Dunn completes her bowling. The powerhouse down there with the powerhouse update. We're going to get a comment out of Gray surviving.
And go ahead, Jack.
Hey guys, Taryn, very, very great first game. You made some outstanding shots in this first match. What is your plan to take this championship?
I just have to go out there and just find my mark and just throw it in there and hope that all the pins fall down. If Ashley beats me, then we'll go and roll off and hopefully I can get her.
Whatever. There you have it, guys.
Jackie, what happened on the foul?
The booth wants to know what happened on the foul.
I just keep sliding really bad. Like my shoes like really slippery, so I just took off.
Okay. Well, you held yourself together pretty well, so shake that off. New game, bring it to it, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Powerhouse, the professional's choice. Back to you guys.
That is the powerhouse Jackie Bowling, Taryn Gray, 210, 197 final. And Taryn Gray is 1 game away from this championship. And she will open up game 2. Dunn, the higher seed, had the choice of start for the match. And the choice of lane pattern, she chose the 35-foot Kegel short. Now, game 2. 4-pin high.
Boy, she just picks that ball up and goes bowling down.
Oh, yeah. She caught me a few times there where I thought I had a few seconds, and I'm searching for my buttons. She does not waste any time. Fouled again.
So no spare. That will go as a 9 out for Taryn Gray, and some problems at the foul line for Gray. Fouled in 2 of the last 3 shots. It's now a big break for Dunn starting game 2. She needs to win this game.
Jason, what do you do when you get that slide deal where you're just too much?
Obviously, you want to take care of the bottom of your shoes as much as possible, but I would have to, if I'm over there sitting next to her like Mike Calderon is, I'm telling her to shake it off and, don't get that first step too quick. That's when you get up there too quick, you get your feet going, that's when you're going to foul a lot more often. I certainly think that as long as she doesn't let it affect her, she's throwing the ball fairly well.
Yep.
But we have to remember they're under 14. Just kids.
Yeah, usually anything when you're sliding too much, you just got to get a little moisture on the bottom of that shoe. You see a lot of guys either going from a wet towel or actually just going and licking their hand a little bit and just tapping a little bit on that bottom. And it's the same thing with a bowling center. When it's really hot and humid, the approaches get really sticky, and when it gets really, really cold, they get really slippery. So it's on the synthetics, and because they're plastic, that's the biggest thing. So if you're sliding too much, a little moisture sometimes will tack it up a bit.
You can see all the folks stopping by and taking photos. They're walking either on their way to lunch or to work and going, hey, there's a major bowling championship happening at Vanderbilt Hall. 7-pin. As Dunn opens, so it's even through the first frame. Gray looking to regain her footing. And Doc, let's get a look at the side angle here to see how close Taryn comes to the foul line.
She's not even waiting for Kurt to
She's not
get
even
done.
waiting
She's
for-
going, man.
Oh, no. So back-to-back open frames for Gray.
Listen to her. She knows she got the W in there. She knows where she gets a roll off. So, it's like she was too phased by it. So, guaranteed that she gets to throw one shot for the title.
Will it come down to one shot for the title? Ashley Dunn open in the first. This is an even match. Even game 2. Taryn Gray leads 1-0. Are we starting to see a little lane transition here?
I think without question you're going to see some lane transition happening. But for Ashley, that's about 4 out of 5 that she's gone light on. I think it might be time to chase it right.
Didn't her last shot go Brooke?
No, yep, you know what? You're right. Yeah, but I think she just pulled that shot.
It might have been.
Yeah, because she left 3-9 and missed it.
It's all how she perceived it, too.
So 8 out, 17 through 2 for Dunn. And things went from good 210, 197 to a bit on the sloppy side now with some fouls and missed single pins. But given all of that, Taryn Gray up a game and up a pin here.
That's huge.
In game 2.
9 foul, 9 out, and you're even in the match.
Better shot, better result.
And stay behind the line.
3 for 3. You can feel the relief from here, Jason Couch, rushing off of the shoulders of young Taryn Gray.
Gotta have so many things going through her mind right now, Michael. Just thinking about the foul line, thinking about throwing a good shot, and she's just grabbing that ball, just getting up there and going.
Hundreds of tourists going by taking my photos. Some strange men whispering in the microphones near me. Ashley Dunn, better shot, better projected, but she doesn't get the 10.
What do you think, bowling doctor? She chased that one right with her feet, and she should be good to go, huh?
I think so. She's capable of throwing it harder, for sure. I'd rather see that. I think that plays on this pattern a little bit better. I think that the little firmer, a little harder. They don't fight the front as much. A little more direct line, a little less of a whip out of it.
Dunn on the spare, trails by 1 pin in 1 game in this 2-game match. If you are out there and happen to have your hands on a Wall Street Journal today, pick one up. Nice big photo of this event in the Wall Street Journal, featuring the Teen Masters at Vanderbilt Hall at Grand Central Terminal. So if you're out there traveling or online, the Wall Street Journal has some coverage of this year's Teen Masters. Now, interesting point in the match. It's early in game 2, but Gray has the first chance to double. She's a game up and a pin up here, game 2. Oh, doesn't get the love on the 10. Good shot, though.
You know, she's actually putting pressure on Ashley because she's not giving away the pocket. You know, that means Ashley's going to have to start striking at some point.
Important pickup. She missed the last 10 pins she looked at. And she'll do it again. 46 open now through 4 for Taryn Gray.
I feel like I'm watching a bad Wes Malott movie with all these missed 10 pins.
There were, though, a couple of good Wes Malott thrillers in there. Former Player of the Year, The Big Nasty. And Mike trying to inject some levity into the situation. 4th frame. Another flat 10, but a better shot for Dunn. She's been handed the lead on the bench with the open frame. With a spare conversion, Dunn will lead by 10. Ashley needs this game to force a sudden death roll-off for the under-14 girls championship here at the Teen Masters. Lofted that one out there, made sure she covered that time. Taryn Gray opened with 210, and then things are starting to get a little hairy as a 9 foul and 2 missed single pins leave her with 46 open through 4. But she is up 1 game, best of 2 at Grand Central Terminal in Midtown Manhattan, live on Extra Frame. And maybe that'll loosen things up, but sometimes a good break is all you need to get the train rolling.
Well, you know, if you can't miss that 10 pin if you don't leave it. What do you think, Bowling Doctor? She's going to make the move this time?
I think she has to.
The last 3 shots have been great. Pulled it.
With a spare done, we'll lead by 9 pins, giving Taryn Gray the opportunity to step up, double, and take the lead in frame 6. First things first, single pin spare facing Ashley Dunn. Ashley enjoys reading, listening to music, and playing some softball. Yet the one in the middle, as the Bowling Doctor says. 55 through 4 spare up for Dunn, and now Taryn Gray with a strike up can again take the lead in this game 2. If she wins this game, the under-14 championship is hers. She grabs for the mission. Pulled it. 5-10 this time.
Awful difficult split to make.
Yep. What would you be telling her right now, Jason?
What would I be telling Taryn?
Yep.
I would just tell her to stay focused, keep making good shots, make your spares. But I mean, she really hasn't given up the pocket other than a couple of brooks. You know, she's thrown some quality shots out there.
So with a spare here, Dunn will lead by 20, 6th frame. And the possibility of that roll-off is growing brighter. Dunn needs this game to force a 1-ball sudden death roll-off for the title. Picks up the spare. 20-pin lead for Ashley Dunn. Taryn Gray down 20, but not out of this. Still possibility to just sweep 2 and get out of here. 7th frame. Comes up heavy.
Thinking 3-1.
That didn't look too bad off her hand, so apparently they're starting to dry up in the front of the lane pretty good. So yeah, that would probably be a little three left with her feet, one with her eyes. Should be solid as a rock.
I'm almost thinking Ashley Dunn is almost in the same boat, that she's really trying to pipe it and everything's been up and in. I don't know I think the same idea. She's getting some hook where she probably doesn't want it. I think she's up for a move also. Both girls playing through the face.
And split for Dunn, which will bring Taryn Gray right back into the match. Dunn gets the count. That would give her 100, and Gray would only trail by 6. So Ashley picks up the wood, 100 open through 7.
We'll see. Whole game and winning could be decided on this one adjustment. Whether it's made, whether it works.
A late double could vault her to the championship. Light, can she get the 10? No.
Much better shot.
Not the spare she wants to be shooting, I can tell you that.
That has to look like a toothpick down there right now.
The Vanderbilts are smiling down, saying, "Thou shalt make the 10-pin." There you go. It's a 7-pin advantage for Dunn. She needs this game to force a sudden death roll-off for the title. You're watching live coverage of the 2011 Teen Masters live on Extra Frame as the PBA and Killer Bee Promotions have teamed up for the second straight year to bring you this great teen bowling action. Coming up next, it's the under 14 boys division. Pablo Cerda is getting set to face Wesley Lowe Jr. But first, will Ashley Dunn repeat? She's the defending champion here. Won last year in Reno. 100 open through 7, now working the 8th. Up by 7. And that's pulled. And another 5-10.
And at these angles, that spare's virtually almost unmakeable if they're going to shoot it from the right side.
Without, I mean, she's just too direct because and then her misses in are just they're sideways.
Just no help. Absolutely no help.
Dunn has got to have this spare to maintain her 7-pin lead. If not,
look where she's shooting it from. She's shooting from the left side.
Look at that little moxie. Ah, interesting.
You know what? You're gonna make it. That's how you make it.
109 open. And Taryn Gray just got a 4-pin lead sitting on the bench. The foundation 9th frame. Doc, she can put up a double here and run to 42nd Street with a trophy. Oh, tough break. 4-5-7. Couldn't shake the wall out. Tough break.
Bowling Doctor, I know we talked about this last night, but are these pins not looking old school with just the nothing coming out of the gutters, and it's just it's back to Andy Verapapa bowling.
You better hit it on the way in.
Yes, sir.
So now 119 open through 9. That first game was 210-197, but this game too is a knockdown drag 'em out. Dunn now leads by 10. Ashley has opened twice consecutively on splits. She's still looking for a strike here in game 2. Open, washout, 4-9 counts, split, 9th frame. Heavy Brook. Oh, I forgot my etiquette. We are in Manhattan, so that is a jersey. 10th frame, Taryn Gray, if she strikes out, she gets 149. Ashley Dunn is bowling at a 149 pace. So not only do we have the possibility of a 1-1 tie, we could have a roll-off for game 2 and then a roll-off. It all depends on the 10th frame.
She's got to hurry.
One, 2, 8. Spare strike for Gray would give her 139. And Dunn would need to mark to force the roll-off. Gray up a game here. This is the best of 2 match. Best of 2 games, not best total pins.
It's got to hurry. Oh.
Folds back on the 8. 10 down will give Taryn Gray 139.
Force Ashley to mark in the 10th.
Yep, 9 out for Dunn would be 137. So 8 or better on this ball will force a mark out of Dunn. 10th frame, Gray up a game. 6, so now Dunn does not even need to mark. 9 out would give her the victory, so actually 8 pins now. Eight out would be a tie. 9 pins on 2 balls for Ashley Dunn, and we'll have a roll-off. And Ashley's the number 1 seed, so she will determine who goes first in the roll-off.
Got that one to the right, Bowling Doctor.
Yep.
It's enough.
That's enough. We're going to have a roll-off for the girls under 14 championship. And Doc, advantage Dunn because she gets a sniff here at where she may want to play this roll-off.
Free shots.
What does Taryn Gray do to prepare for this?
He's got one decision to make. One move.
Hit the one in the middle.
Yeah.
This is the opportunity for Ashley here. I think she's in the right spot. I think she could just soften up just a pinch off that last shot if she projects it right, and I think it would be 10 back.
Yeah.
So we are going to have a roll-off, first of the day. Live coverage all day today from Grand Central Terminal in New York City. Live 2011 Teen Masters. You're looking live at defending champion in the under 14 girls division, Ashley Dunn, out of Palmdale, California. This is her fill ball in the 10th. She is going to get whatever information she can to decide what she wants to do. It'll be a 1-1 tie and a 1-ball roll-off to decide this title. Here's the fill. Comes up high, so 147, 135 winner for Dunn, but now Tournament Director Kurt Von Kruger will get the decision from tournament leader Ashley Dunn as to who will start the roll-off. Jason Couch, how do you see this playing out?
Well, if I'm Ash, I'm figuring I'm going to want to start the match and apply some pressure.
Bowling Doctor?
If I had my choices, I'd let her go first. Just let it more. I don't know. You 2 ways to look at it, but I would probably. My gut says let her go first. She hasn't shown me anything.
She has made that move. Ashley Dunn will open the roll-off. Gentlemen, we have our first sudden death for the title.
Michael, I think the doctor is still 0 on his predictions.
Probably. That's why I'm sitting here.
The game and the sport of bowling is a lot easier 40 feet behind the lanes than it is on the approach.
You think?
Now we're going to see it play out. One ball for the title. Sudden death in the under 14 girls division championship at the 2011 Teen Masters. Dunn to start the roll-off. Comes up high, niner. Taryn Gray can step up, strike, and take the title. 9, the roll-off continues. 8, Ashley Dunn repeats as under 14 girls champion. What's the move choice she has, Jason Couch?
I just think she needs to get her lines a little straighter through the front of the lane, you know, project that ball to your target, because her misses today have been inside of target, and they've been Brooklyn awful quick.
This is the dream scenario. Strike to win. Taryn Gray for the victory. Nope. Ashley Dunn is repeated as champion of the girls division. And we're going to toss it to Jackie Bowling, the powerhouse, with our champion.
Ashley, you have fought your way to this division championship for the second year. How are you feeling?
I don't know, it's just so many feelings right now. Just like, I didn't have a really good game and I wasn't making my spares, but just come down to that and actually winning 2 years in a row is amazing.
What did you have to do in that second game to regroup and come in for the win?
Just try to keep my mind going slow and just make sure that when I was up there, just to slow down and just calm.
Well, congratulations, Ashley, second-year champion for the 14 and under ladies division. This is your Powerhouse Report. Back to you, gentlemen.
Wow. Well, what a way to get started, Bowling Doctor, with a roll-off, and Ashley Dunn is your champion at Grand Central Terminal. Wow.
Yeah. Good match. Back and forth, and another roll-off, Mike J. So much goes for the no roll-off and sweeps today.
And Jason Couch, Dunn steps up first and gave it a good shot to the pocket.
Well, as predicted by myself, not patting myself on the back, but, you know, she felt more comfortable with what she had, and so she got up there to apply some pressure, and it obviously showed, you know, that she put some pressure on Taryn and, you know, forced her to hit the pocket.
Well, that last shot, you just saw Wesley Lowe Jr., and he's coming up next. He will face Pablo Cerda. There he is, the twin spinner from the left side. You will see him next live on Extra Frame take on Pablo Cerda. For the under 14 boys championship, Doc, looking ahead to seeing Wesley Lowe. If you haven't seen him before, you're in for a treat.
Yes, you definitely are. One of the most positive young individuals that you will see, and he is a show, and he gets a handful of it. Actually, 2 handfuls of it.
We are going to take a brief pause in the stream and return to you live from Grand Central Terminal in New York City. Ashley Dunn has taken the first championship of the day. Under 14 girls repeat back-to-back champion. National Bowling Stadium and Grand Central Terminal in New York. Congratulations to Ashley Dunn. For our producer, Jason Thomas, and the powerhouse, Jackie Bowling, this is Mike J. Laneside. Big thanks to Jason Couch, 16-time PBA Tour winner, and the Bowling Doctor, Jeff Mark, sitting in the most important chair in bowling.
That's because it's mine, Mike J.
Catch us back. Ron Hicklin will join us on the pregame show. Coming up next on Extra Frame, it's the under 14 Division Boys Championship of the 2011 Teen Masters. Good afternoon from Midtown Manhattan.